Hello, it's Rick Nusky. I hope you are well. It's Monday morning, so we're going to do a bit of a book review today on a book called The Four Disciplines of Execution, and it was written by Chris McChesney, Sean Covey, and Jim Huling. Now, I'm a big fan of Audible audio books, and I guess there's a matter of interpretation of the Audible version as opposed to the written version, the hardcover book, where you would have to either way interpret either what was said or the written word. But as far as change management books are concerned, this is one of the better ones. I've actually given it 7 out of 10 stars in the review. As an experienced workplace senior manager, it was good to refresh. More than anything, there were lots of concepts about ownership and inclusion and minimizing the focus or reducing the focus to a few what they refer to as wildly important goals within the book. And it's very much the bottom up rather than top down approach, whereby, instead of having top management, I guess, essentially dictate to the team member what to do, they come up with the ideas around what they can do to help the organization meet their larger strategic goals through setting up what are referred to as the wildly important goals, or the WIGs. And this is a really big shift for a lot of businesses, and I think there's a lot of value for newer businesses that are looking to set up change management processes more so than established businesses. Now, the likes of the Marriott hotel chain are referred to in this book, and they have used this on dozens, if not hundreds, of different businesses successfully. So certainly give it a go, give it a good read, a good listen to, implement some of the things that you will find if you're looking to effect positive change in your workplace. One of the components of this book that I really enjoyed was the flipping of the accountability onto away from the management or the boss, if you like, to the team members, because it's been found that team members will want to please other team members, or conversely not disappoint their team members more so than their boss, which I found quite interesting. So that's possibly one of the takeaways from this book. Now, if you're looking for it, this is what you will find in Amazon or Audible, or depends on where you go. Now, I've just put it up on the screen and I've made it available as a link inside the post, and depending on where you see this, I highly recommend that you go ahead and get it. What I find with Audible, which is pretty cool, is that if you don't enjoy a book as well, they'll often send you an email saying, look, how are you going with this book? Did you enjoy it? And if you don't, you can simply swap it out for another one at no extra charge. So highly worth looking into. I've done a fairly significant post on the 4 different disciplines that you will find inside the book. And one of the 4 is the focus. Again, that's about having a crystal clear understanding of what goals matter most for the business, but at the same time keeping the number of goals to a minimum and making them such that they are reachable. At least they feel reachable. Otherwise, people will just throw in the towel before it starts, and you would have lost the whole spirit of inclusion and that motivation to effect positive change in the workplace. Now, a lot of this can be considered rah-rah, and I'll admit, the first time I was listening to it, and I listened to it twice, I thought to myself, there's a lot of rah-rah going on in there if you don't listen to the core concepts, the disciplines, and disciplines properly. So there are the focus is one of them. Leverage, so this is the concept of having small hinges swing big doors. The engagement, so this is the bottom-up inclusion of the team members rather than the WIGs being dictated by senior management top down. And then there's that accountability, which is one of the most important elements to implementing the agreed wildly important goals. So just in closing, one of the things I really liked about this, the Discipline 4, was what they refer to as the cadence of accountability. So when the team meets, they start talking about, hey, how did you go? What did you do? What were your outcomes like? And they don't focus on, reprimanding or anything like that. What this is about is changing behavior through understanding what the team members are going through before, making judgment on why certain things weren't achieved. Again, remembering the psychological component here is that team members don't want to let down other team members. So that is one of the core concepts that I've taken away from this book. Look, if you enjoy these reviews, leave me a comment below, and definitely help us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. And I will speak with you again soon.